questions?
Tom, will Josh and OG warm up?
Yeah, they're going to both warm up.
Tom, just what do you make of the three-point defense? And is there any way to improve that for a team that shoots three specifically?
Yeah, that's the challenge. So it's a big part of our league. It's something you got to work on every day, and you got to get better.
Coach, when Cat first entered the league, he was drafted as a center, and this season he's been thriving back at the five. What is it about the current Knicks system that complemented his skill set and helped him maximize his ability?
Well, I think experience has taught him a lot. I think coming into the league, he's comfortable playing the five, and then he had to adjust in Minnesota when they traded for Gobert, and he adapted well to that as well. And so I think he has the ability to go back and forth both positions. Offensively, I think his skill set allows him to do that. He can spread the floor. He shoots the three. He's got guard-like skills. Defensively, that's where the challenge comes.
What do you want to see differently outside, obviously, the score compared to the first two times?
Yeah, just you got to. They're the defending champion. Obviously, they have a lot of weapons, and because of the variance with shooting volume threes the way they do, they can go on runs in a short amount of time. So you can never let your guard down, and oftentimes it's the scramble plays. There's going to be 53s, a lot of long rebounds, and then those turn into threes as well. So you have to keep going. It requires you to make a second, third, fourth effort, and you have to do it time after time.
What stands out most to you about the way the Celtics defend, and is there anything in particular that you?
Well, I think, the versatility I think is terrific. I think they can play big, they can play small. They have a lot of guys they can switch with. They get guys that can guard up and guard down. Holiday is very unique. I think White is very unique in the sense that they can guard basically 1 through 5. So it's a team with a lot of defensive versatility. They keep the ball out of the paint, then they're going to challenge the ball at the rim. Great rim protection with the length of their centers. So it requires you to, you got to sustain your spacing. You got to try to play fast and attack before the set, but they have the ability to cover, a lot of area in a short amount of time.
Tom, after the game Friday, a couple of players said coaching staff had kind of told them, look for this, look for that, transition, and there wasn't an attention to detail by the players. Do you kind of see that and emphasize that? I mean, are you surprised?
Well, yeah. I mean, we win together, we lose together. So we fell short. We have to take a hard look at it and be honest with ourselves. And then you have to get ready, try to learn from it, and then get ready for the next game. You're going to be tested every night in this league, and that's the beauty of this league. It's the competition of the league. And then when you do fall short, you got a short amount of time to make the corrections to get ready for the next one, but try to learn from each day.
Even more so than just the accuracy, the precision in which he shoots. It seems like a lot of all-net shots for him. He shoots a jumper. How have you seen his progress come in that regard over the last 2.5 years or so?
Yeah, we liked him a lot in college because of the system he came out of. The competitiveness was huge, and he was more of a combo guard, and he's always been a scorer. He's streaky, but he put a lot of work into becoming an even better shooter. And we saw his rookie year where we track all the shooting, and he was very accurate and put a lot of time in. And it was showing him now it wasn't translating into the games his first year. Part of that was he wasn't in the rotation. He was just filling in, when someone was out. But we felt because of the way he was shooting in practice, eventually it would translate, and it has. And his ability to, he's long. Even though his size is, his height isn't, long, but he's got great wingspan, so that allows him to guard up.
The last generation of players with Garnett, Pierce, Allen, how have you adapted to communicating with today's player? It's obviously probably drastically different.
Yeah, and I think that's the challenge in our league. I think it's not only style of play oftentimes changes. And you've been around, so you've seen the 80s were high scoring, 90s physical, slow, and then and players change too, and so. And it's hard to say, like, if the players that we had in the 2000s were dealing with social media the way the players are today, they would be more similar to the way players are today. So I think you have to be aware of what they go through and try to understand that and the pressures that are on them from that standpoint. But then also, you have to communicate what wins in this league, and I don't think that changes, and that's the discipline, the togetherness, understanding what your job is, going out and executing and playing for the team first. I think that all remains the same, but I think the awareness of the sensitivity of today's players is important.
I'm saying this, I think it's an honor, but do you
This is loaded. This is loaded. Be careful, because you'll be there someday.
the oldest coach in the NBA? Is that an honor? I mean, how do you think about that? Is that an honor?
That's a great question. I never really thought about it, but I understand how hard it is in this league, and I've always looked up to all the coaches, and everyone has a different challenge. And I'm fortunate to be coaching in this league. It's a great league, and if you love competition, there's nothing better. But there's a lot of great coaches in this league. There's young coaches, there's coaches in the middle, and then eventually you get to, where I am. So.